So we're going to jump back into Alan Bates's testimony to the Post Office Horizon IT inquiry, and after he writes a letter in December to the Post Office explaining what he's found as part of the investigation and asking them for the help, he doesn't receive any reply. So in January, he follows up with a new letter where he says if he doesn't receive a response, he'll consider the matter closed. And the Post Office decide to write off his loss due to a reason of disputed Horizon shortfall. Let's see what he has to say about it and jump into the inquiry.
Please, to page 140 in this bundle. This is a follow-up letter of the 7th of January 2002.
Well, no response to the original, so it's perfectly valid to send a follow-up, isn't it? Let's see what they have to say about this.
So now over a year has passed, and you're writing to the Post Office about this long-in-the-tooth alleged shortfall. And you say, as you're aware, the cash account for this office is still showing an amount of 104,186 in the suspense account. This cumulative figure was placed in the suspense account towards the end of 2000, and I have no doubt at all that it was due to errors in the Horizon system over a number of weeks at that time. In my letters to Jerry Hayes of the 19th of December, which we've just looked at, 16th of July 2001, I've skipped over that one because of time, neither of which did I receive a written reply to. I gave further details on this matter. I really do think that enough time has now passed for Post Office to have resolved this issue, and that unless I receive a written comment to the contrary by the end of this month, I'll take it the matter's closed. When I signed my contract with Post Office counters, I did not sign to accept the liabilities arising from the shortcomings of a less than adequate Horizon system. All liabilities from such a system are clearly the responsibility of Post Office Limited or ICL Pathway.
So ICL are the precursor, if you like, to Fujitsu taking over that company, developers of the Horizon system. And it's right, if the computer system's at fault, it's the responsibility of the producer of that system and the operator of that system.
Allowing this issue to drag on not only continues the stress and strain of the original problems, but I fear also continually cast doubt over my honesty and that of my staff. Therefore, I greatly appreciated it if you would bring this matter to a head in order that we can move on. Can we turn to your inquiry witness statement, please? At paragraphs 39 and 40, which are on page 12, you say, finally, by letter of the 6th of March 2002, I was notified that, quote, Post Office has decided to take no further action in respect of the loss at my branch, and that this will be written off. No reason was given, but I've since seen a copy of a, quote, write-off authority voucher disclosed by the Post Office, which gives the reason for the write-off as, quote, disputed Horizon cash account shortage. The letter of the 6th of March also said that the Post Office had taken time to respond because, quote, it has been necessary to formulate a consistent response to all such cases. I take it from this that the Post Office was aware at the time of many such complaints. I also take from the fact that the Post Office was willing to write off the considerable apparent discrepancy I disputed, that my complaints were valid, and that the Post Office was aware that was the case and wished to avoid the controversy on this matter, given that I was willing to assert my legal rights.
And that's a fair point. If they're saying they're formulating a consistent response to all such cases, it implies that there's more than one case happening here at this point.
Can we turn up, please, poll 404598 at page 143, please? We should just look back at page 142, please. This is the letter of the 6th of March 2002 that you were referring to in your witness statement.
Yes.
And if we look at the third paragraph, there's the passage that you cited after due consideration of the facts surrounding your loss in your report. Post Office has decided to take no further action in respect of the loss, which will be written off. And the write-off authority, if we just look at the second page that was included, if we just scroll down a little bit, thank you. This is the unsigned version, essentially. I've received a write-off authority voucher to the value of the amount which has been cleared from my suspense account, and the voucher has been cleared in the appropriate manner in the cash account number, week number, I'm sorry. Was that amount, 104,186, actually cleared out of your suspense account, so you went back to zero in balancing terms?
Yes, I did.
So it didn't remain there after a shortfall, which you were required to roll over.
No.
So I wonder what led to the change in policy in subsequent cases. Was it that people weren't writing the letters to them, or was it that they had a new strategy to employ to recover such alleged shortfalls?
And then can we look at the loss authorization document, which you also referred to in your witness statement? That's poll 00328099. Page 3, please. I think this is the loss authorization document. If we just pan out so we can see all of it, please. I don't think this is something that you saw at the time, is that right? This is an internal post office document.
That's correct.
But you got disclosure of it later, is that right?
That's right.
And we'll see that it seems to be in standard form. It's got your branch name and your FAD code, the amount of money, and it says the following decision has been made with regard to the loss at the above office, which relates to an aged shortage, which the sub-postmaster insists was attributable to a Horizon system, software, equipment, training failure. And then three options are given, the second of which was the sub-postmaster makes it good, the third of which an amount of it must be made good, an amount of it will be written off, and the first of which was the full amount will be written off, and the sub-postmaster has been sent the appropriate voucher with which to clear the loss of the amount. Yes?
Yes.
Did you see this document, the writing off of a loss because you said the loss was attributable to the Horizon system at the time of the dispute with the post office in 2002 and 2003, i.e. before termination of your contract?
No, I didn't see it.
And so were you aware at that time that the post office seemingly used the standard form with delete as appropriate boxes on it?
No, I didn't, but now that you mention it, I do recall a conversation that the retail network manager had at the time with this department at my office. So I only heard one side of the conversation, and it was about arranging for this write-off amount or a write-off voucher. And I seem to recall, and it's stuck in memory because of what it was. He said, it's another one, the Horizon losses. And it's just one of those little things that, sticks in the back of your mind that happened, that was said at the time when the retail manager was speaking to this department on the phone, arranging the voucher.
And given how much I don't recall and I don't remember we've heard at the inquiry, it's very notable that there seems to be absolutely nothing wrong with Alan Bates's memory.
In any event, there existed a form in which a loss could be authorised to be written off on the grounds that the sub-postmaster said the loss was attributable to Horizon.
Yes, it did.
And that's what happened in your case?
Yes.